Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. Welcome to another episode of Quick and Easy Cooking with Mimi, featuring our German super kitchen machine, the Thermomix. Today I'm gonna backtrack a bit. All this while I've been cooking so many things. I started off with chicken nuggets. I made ice cream, I made bread, I made nasi lemak, sambal. We went to France, we did clafouti, we did madeleine. We went to Italy, we had what Italian dish? Oh, pizzaiola, chicken breast pizzaiola. And then we had dalgona coffee. We did so many things. And last night I posted on Facebook that on a whim I went to Spain, because now I had churros con chocolate. Now we can't physically travel, but our taste buds can still travel with our Thermomix. Okay, so today we will be moving a bit closer to home. We are going to Thailand. Sawadika. Okay, so this is a very, very popular dish. It's called Thai style steamed fish, and we're gonna give it a little twist, which is I'm gonna cook two fish, one here, while I'm cooking my rice. Sounds good? Okay, so I'm gonna get started now. Cooking today, I don't know, I'm just rasa macam nak buat banyak benda. So I'm also gonna make milk bread, I'm also gonna make lemonade, I'm gonna make guilt-free chocolate ice cream, I'm gonna make stir-fried broccoli, and I hope to do all that in less than 1 hour. So let's get started very quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by putting my aroma to the side. I've got my rice in here. I'm using parboiled basmati rice, and I'm gonna show you how to wash it using your Thermomix. It's very simple. The rice is inside the simmering basket, and then we put it inside our mixing bowl, just like this, and then I'm gonna put water in it, and we're gonna wash this very quickly. So in case you haven't noticed, today I'm not wearing an apron. It's a test of sorts, you know. I'd like you to see what it's like to cook with a Thermomix. You can be all dressed up, going to work, or pagi raya, you know, getting ready to go to the mosque, and you can still look good. You may wear makeup, you can wear white, it's up to you. You would not have a mess, not on your kitchen, not on yourself. Okay, so let's wash this rice. And we're gonna wash it for 30 seconds. Okay, so a quick tip, very easy hack. You don't have to weigh your water anymore when you're cooking rice. If you are using beras wangi, or the so-called jasmine rice, which is quite soft, and in fact, if for a lot of people who are not used to cooking it, they end up with something that looks like porridge. If you put too much water, it ends up like porridge. But with a Thermomix, you will get perfect rice every time. So if you're using a jasmine rice, what you do, you just make the water level the same as the rice. Sorry, I've got a bit of a corn hair here because I was steaming some corn earlier. And if you are using any other rice other than jasmine rice, you just add a bit of water, about an inch. You know, like traditionally we use our fingers to measure the water. That's about it. And even if you put a little bit extra, it won't harm your rice. Okay? And I'm gonna get this started now. And since I already have my rice in here, I'm gonna, I need to move my Thermomix a bit so you can see me mix my Thai spices. Oh, but I have bread in here. Okay, never mind. I do the Thai in here. Sorry lah. Today I'm cooking so many things. I'm making bread, I'm making rice, I'm making fish. Cooking marathon, because at home everybody is eating marathon, right? Okay, so very quick one. This recipe you can actually find under cookie dough. It's called Thai steamed fish. I'm not sure. I will confirm. It's here in my cookie dough. Tiba-tiba lupa. It's in my recipes, my week. I'll get the exact name so you can find it in cookie dough. it's the same steps as the one in Cookie Do, but for the actual recipe, I'm actually using the one from Tasty Asia. Just to share with you one of my favorite cookbooks. This is it, Tasty Asia. I love this one. If you don't have this yet, ask your advisor. Oh, but then you have to wait until after the restricted movement thing. Okay, so oh, I didn't save it here. I'm sorry, you guys. But it's called the Thai style steamed fish. And for this thing, we're gonna need, of course, our fish. I've got siakap, or it's called siakap, or in English it's sea bass, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I have 2 of these. They're quite huge. I'm gonna steam it shortly. I'm gonna put it inside of aroma. And then for the sauce, very quickly, we will need coriander. I actually found this sad-looking coriander leaves in my fridge. Don't worry, you can still save it, because actually the best part is it's in the roots. So you just scrape off the hairy bits and the brown bits, and you can still use it. Reserve the nice fresh green leaves for garnishing later if you want. And for those who don't like coriander, I'm so sorry, this is a very, very essential ingredient for Thai cooking. So it's a must-have, and because we have roots, I'm gonna chop it up a bit finely than the rest of the ingredients. Super simple. Just dump it in, cover it, and then I'm gonna chop it for about 3 seconds on speed 6. Super fast. And then after this, I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. You know me, I always say Quick and Easy is my middle name. So this is our coriander stems and roots. And then I'm just gonna dump in now. What is Thai cooking without some heat, right? So we have some fresh chilies. We have our bird's eye chili, aka chili padi, or in Tagalog they call it siling labuyo. Okay, and then of course we have our garlic. Okay, very important. Dump in. And then because this is Thai cooking, there's always a mix of flavors. There's heat. There's a bit of sourness, so we're adding some lime juice. And then you need some sweetness, so I'm adding some sugar. And for the salty part, I'm gonna use my homemade chicken stock. I made this myself using the Thermomix. It smells wonderful. This should be one of the first things you make when you get your Thermomix. Super easy. You use chicken breast, you use fresh herbs, and it's just very, 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 very handy in the kitchen. So for this one, I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon. I will try to cut down on my chit chat because we have so many things to cook today. And what is Thai cooking without fish sauce? Okay, fish sauce in Thai is nam pla. It's literally fish water. Yes, nam pla. Okay, I learned some Thai words, just a bit. The most important one, of course, is arroy. Arroy means delicious. And I expanded it even further. Petma te arroy. It means it's too spicy but very good. I hope I got it right, Thai friends, if you're watching now. But that's how I remember it to be. Okay, so we need 3 tablespoons of this. Again, this is essential for Thai cooking. Thai cooking is not Thai cooking without nam pla or fish sauce. I'm not very picky about the brand, but I like to look for something made in Thailand when it comes to fish sauce. Okay? Now I set it aside. It's quite stinky, but it's worth it. Oh, and then I will need 100 ml of water. And for this, we are going to use our measuring cup. Remember, this is a measuring cup. There's a line up here that indicates it's 100 ml, and that's just what I'm going to do. I'll take my water and I measure it. So handy, right? No need to go high and low, look for your measuring cup. Okay, and just dump it in. Super easy. So now done. And the fish also I already cleaned, and then I season with salt and pepper, and this is only going to take 5 seconds. Seconds, people. With Thermomix, we're talking about seconds. Ooh, I smell the heat now. Okay. Meanwhile, for the actual cooking, oh, I should have started here. I forgot that it's the sauce we don't put in so soon. So this is our varoma dish. You can actually cook 2 layers or 1 layer. Today we're gonna cook 2 layers. Okay. So I'm gonna put 1 fish here at the bottom. I'm putting in a metal rack so that it doesn't cover up the holes completely. The bigger fish goes down here. Ikan you. Please fit. If you don't fit, I need to cut off your tail. Oh my goodness. It's so big, I need to cut off the tail. Boys, can you help me get scissors, please? And then the other one will be on the varoma tray, which will be up here. Please fit because I need to cover you. Yeah, I need to cut the tail as well. I took extra large. I mean, this is the MCO. I need scissors from the... You don't want to be seen. Okay, sorry people, my assistants don't want to be seen on camera. Hang on. Okay, never mind. So that's actually my wet kitchen, and I'm actually cooking now in my dry kitchen, which used to be my baking area. Because I also I bake cakes. You can see my Instagram. It's called Cake Dreams Malaysia, cakedreams.malaysia. But I'm very picky now on which clients to take because I don't have time anymore. I used to make all of these elaborate fondant stuff and even buttercream flowers. I know, crazy, right? But I love all of these artistic stuff. So I'm just trimming off the tail so that we can fit the fish. Just a teeny weeny bit. Please fit. Bismillah. Okay. Lepas tu, kita kukus je for 20 minutes. Kalau tak muat, nak kena potong nanti. Kita cuba ya. Bismillah. Okay. So 20 minutes. Varoma. Speed 2. Okay, and we leave that for now. So, where am I? Okay, so kita sambung. So now you can imagine if you just got back from work, you're so tired, you need a shower, but everyone's hungry, including you. So what do? Get the fish that you marinated in the morning and steam it while you cook your rice. And in like 20-25 minutes, you're done. Okay, disclaimer, because my fish today is quite big, it may take longer to cook it, but my rice will be done before that, so I'm going to take out my rice and then I will just continue steaming my fish. Even then, just imagine if it's 20 minutes or 25 minutes or 30 minutes, you can actually leave it. That's how safe it is, that's how convenient it is. Okay? And while we're waiting for that, because I know from all my past cooking shows, you all ask me to see the end result. So while we're waiting for that, let's start cooking some other things, okay? But just very briefly, I know a lot of you have never heard of the Thermomix before. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. And just to show you part of the reason why I do all of these cooking shows. One, to thank all of you for supporting me all this while as a Thermomix cooking advisor and a Thermomix team leader. And number 2, to thank you for making the Thermomix the world's #1 super kitchen machine. And number 3, to bring some sunshine into everybody's lives. I'm sure by now everyone is so fed up with all the corona news. You know, it's just so depressing. You can't read all bad news every day, right? And we all need to eat, right? So I hope I'm bringing in some joy into your lives with all my cooking tips and whatnot, okay? So, and at the same time, I've been a working woman for my entire life, and the first time I saw this, I was like, how come nobody told me about it? I wish I'd known about it when I started cooking and I had kids and I had problems with maids. You know, we always have all those problems, like suddenly they quit and whatnot, or you know. So with the Thermomix, cooking is quick, easy, clean, and you have so much variety. Okay, just like this now. Very easy. We are doing layered cooking and I'm just leaving it. And my kitchen is white and spotless. Okay, where is Thermomix from? That's another quite common question that I get asked. Thermomix is from a company called Vorwerk. I don't know if you can read it from there, but it's Vorwerk, V-O-R-W-E-R-K. It's from Germany and it has been established since 1883. That's more than 135 years in the business. So you have a good solid company behind this fantastic kitchen machine. And we are found in more than 80 countries all around the world. So wherever you see all these green dots, we are there. In Malaysia, this is our 11th year, and in Singapore, it's our 3rd year. Okay, and also just to let you know, the Vorwerk is the original inventor of the Thermomix. That's why we hold all of these patents, hundreds of patents, and we have also won hundreds of awards. But for the Thermomix itself, it only started sometime in the 1960s. 1960s to now, that's about 60 years, right? But in those 60 years, isn't it amazing? You think about it, this is only the 9th generation. So it's not like your handphone that by next year or maybe in 3 months' time it's going to be obsolete. No, not at all. This one, the latest model just came out last year, 2019, and in a span of 60 years, only 9 generations. So not only is it a solid company, which is the same inventor, the same manufacturer, and it's known to last for a long time. Okay? And it's also the world's #1 super kitchen machine with 1 unit sold every 23 seconds as I speak here. Fantastic, right? It started as a blender that could cook baby food, and now it can do so many things that I'm showing you. This is just the tip of the iceberg, the cooking rice and steaming fish part. Yeah? So just to explain to you, because I may have mentioned some words that you don't understand, like for example I mentioned varoma earlier. So varoma is actually a contraction of the words vapor and aroma. Kalau orang Melayu dia cakap nama glamour, sebenarnya steamer. Okay, so varoma is the proprietary term that Thermomix registered for the steamer, and as I've shown you earlier, I'm doing 2-layered steaming right now. If you don't have a big family, I have 6 kids, so I need 2 fish for this particular meal. Okay, so if you don't need this, you can have only 1 layer cooking. That's just fine. Or maybe you want one fish and the other layer you have chicken, you'll have veggie. It's very, very convenient. Okay, so that's the varoma. And then this is the lid. The lid is 2 parts. It comes with the measuring cup and the actual lid. Yeah, so as I showed you earlier, the lid, it has the 100 ml mark and the 50 ml mark. Okay, and you may be wondering, why is there a hole? Because the hole is actually it serves as another purpose. The hole, any ingredient that goes through, for example, if I have a small lemon, as long as it can go through, you don't need to cut it anymore. That's how convenient it is. So I'm going to be making juice shortly, and I'm going to show you how we use this tool to make sure that our ingredients are suitable for the Thermomix or not. Okay? And then next we come to the stainless steel mixing bowl. This is where most of the action happens. Like, I made some bread here. I'm going to show you here. I made some bread here, and then I'm cooking rice in here. You can make so many things with it with the same bowl. And then it also comes with a simmering basket, the same basket that we use to cook our rice in. What's the benefit of cooking with the rice with this basket in the Thermomix? I will show you later. Remember, this is parboiled basmati rice. I'm going to show you because while it's cooking, it's continuously washing the rice, It's going to wash off all of the excess starch, and so it's very, very good for your body. One, you don't take in all of that excess starch, and two, the rice will actually last longer. Even if you accidentally forget it and you leave it on the table covered, it won't spoil the following day. And I am quite embarrassed to mention this, but for those who know me, they actually commented how I look so different after about a month of this restricted control, or MCO, RMO, whatever you may call it. But during this confinement, this quarantine, I actually lost inches around my middle, because this is the first time that I've been home for almost a month without buying any outside food. Everything we make from scratch now. Because when, in our normal working day, we tend to go out and grab a coffee outside and maybe a pastry to go with it. And then, maybe the meetings, they last longer, and so you order in some food. And then maybe on the way back, you are hungry and you're caught in a traffic jam, and then you buy, I don't know, maybe a bun or nasi lemak or a drink, some tea. And we don't realize, I never realized how much of a difference that makes until now. So for those who've seen me before, ada beza kan? Ada kecil sikit kan? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Hi Linda. Wait, I love you too. Okay, nak sambung cerita. And you can see also that there's an auto-locking system. While it's cooking, it's locked. It's for safety. Because this is German made, it has a lot of built-in safety measures. Okay? And one of the things that people love about this is the touch screen. It's huge, it's clear. You can set the time, the temperature, and the speed in here. And then you can swipe to enter the cookie dough platform and search for recipes. You can have your pick from more than 57,000 recipes all over the world. And it comes together with the Thermomix. And then if you swipe on the other side, you will get all of the automated functions, including my favorite, ta-da! Integrated weighing scale with huge numbers. So even if you need specs, you don't need to. With such huge numbers, you can see it, inshallah. Okay. Yes, I need to take out my sauce so that I can show you what's inside the blade. So earlier, for those who just joined us, today we are going to Thailand. We are making Thai steamed fish while steaming some rice. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm cooking rice while I'm steaming 2 ekor ikan siakap. And I already blended our spices here. A melange of a sweet, sour, spicy, salty, and of course the signature Thai fish sauce. Okay? And since I want to show you what's inside the bowl, I need to give it a quick clean using the pre-clean function. Which is just putting in water, plain water. And then I'm going to activate the pre-clean function very easily, which is right here. And then I just turn it on. And this one, I'm going to set this aside. When the rice is cooked, I'm going to check on the fish. If the fish is cooked, I'm going to add our sauce. It's as simple as that. And you can use the similar method when you make your own steamed fish, because I know every family has their own so-called family recipe kan. So this is a very good way of doing your steamed fish. We always emphasize on the method so that later on, as you get more and more used to your Thermomix, you can adapt your own recipes to the Thermomix. Okay? So meanwhile, this is cleaning, and I'm just going to tell you, one very amazing thing about the Thermomix is the motor. So this is a very powerful motor, but it's not so noisy. The noise that you hear now is from the water, not from the motor itself. It's cleaning now. It's like it's going this way and then going that way. And I'm going to show you how it looks like. Earlier there was so much mess, all those coriander and chili and what else did we put? Yeah, a lot of chili and garlic. Yes. So otherwise coriander will be stringy, because we even added in the stems and the roots of the coriander for extra flavor. So this is an automated process. It will automatically determine for us how dirty the bowl is and how long it needs to be cleaned. And it makes our life so much easier. So if you just had your nails done, then you will love this. Okay. Hi Judy, I have both the TM5 and the TM6. This is TM5 and this is TM6. And okay, so this is our water now, and I'm just gonna discard this water right now. And because I'm making juice, I'm actually gonna wash it a little bit. Otherwise, if I'm just cooking veggie, I will just continue. But because I'm making juice shortly, I'm gonna clean it up. Super easy, super fast. I'm a bit off camera, but you can still hear me. Okay, and I'm done. And it's just a matter of me giving it a quick wipe. So we're gonna wipe this up because I'm gonna pulverize some sugar shortly to show you the power of the German motor. Because I've been talking about its frictionless motor. Frictionless means there are no moving parts that touch each other in the motor. That's why it's quiet. There is no heat generated, and it doesn't require a fan. And because of that, not only is it quiet, it doesn't overheat, so you can continue cooking and cooking. You can switch from hot to cold, cold to hot, non-stop. This is the one kitchen assistant that never complains, never stops, and never gets tired. Somebody once asked me, Mimi, do I need to wait for the bowl to be cooled down before I wash it? No need. I'm going to show you later. I'm going to do, I'm going to switch from hot to cold without any issues. So the nice thing about this mixing bowl, not only is this high quality steel, you can also open it all the way. You can remove the blade for complete cleaning. You see this? Okay? And the blade goes in two directions. When it's spinning this way, it's cutting. This is the normal clockwise direction. And when you hit reverse, there's actually a reverse function. It means it's stirring. That's how it does its auto stirring thing. Okay? So you can clean it completely, unlike your normal blender, which is usually attached. The blade is usually attached to the base. Our blender, we can open up the base. Very, very handy and very, very sanitary and hygienic. Okay, so now we move on. I hope you're more familiar now when I mention stuff like mixing bowl or blade or lid or measuring cup. There are actually three options of owning your Thermomix. Right now, you can pay full price of $7,188, that is the official retail price, or you can opt for a monthly installment basis. We have those interest-free. I'm going to explain it in detail later. And there's also the option of making Thermomix your career and earning your free unit. Yes, if you're interested, you can send me a message in my inbox. Okay, you can also WhatsApp me 011 1144 1145. 011 1144 1145. Okay, so I'm cooking. We have, 4 minutes to go, and this is almost done. Our rice is almost done. And as I have shown in my previous live sessions, the Thermomix is the one machine that does everything. It's more than 20 functions in one. We can grind, we can blend, we can steam, we can make ice cream, we can knead bread, we can mix a cake, we can grind our own beef, we can pulverize our own flour, we can do sous vide, you can cook steak with this thing, all in one simple space-saving machine. So you can imagine now in your kitchen, if you have all 20 of these appliances, one counter will not be enough, right? Like you have a slow cooker. This is also a slow cooker. I'm sure a lot of you have your slow cooker stashed away somewhere in some cabinet underneath because it's heavy, right? And you don't use it often. But this one, you want to make ice cream? Thermomix. You want to do slow cook? Thermomix. You want to do bread? You want to do cake? Thermomix. Smoothie? Thermomix. You don't need to take it in and out. It just sits on your counter and you use it every day. Okay. So whatever your lifestyle is, whether your family is big or small, old or young, it's the perfect machine for you. You can cook rice up to 400 grams, or you can cook as little as 20 grams. If you're a single person living alone, you don't have to put up with all the crust that you get when you're cooking rice and you have to cook minimum 1 cup and then, you know, kerak, kabawa tu kan. So with the Thermomix, you can cook as little as 20 grams or 50 grams, up to you. Very easy. If you are somebody who was born in the 50s or the 60s, this is an excellent investment, because how much longer can you standing while cooking? Can. Think about it. And for us who are born in the 70s and the 80s, this is our chance to give our parents their much needed rest. It's time for us to take over the kitchen, right? And for those who are born in the 90s or earlier, I mean like 90s onwards, guys, I know you love gadgets. You're gonna love this. It's like cooking with a handphone. You just tap, 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 next, 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 and suddenly you can cook. It's amazing. It's perfect for whatever family you have. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of talking and I'm getting a bit thirsty now, so I'm gonna make our first, our drink, which is our signature fresh citrus drink. And for this, I'm gonna show you in just one simple dish several functions of the Thermomix. I'm gonna start off with the weighing scale. Remember, our Thermomix has an integrated weighing scale. And I'm gonna use rock sugar just to illustrate how powerful the German motor is. Just for those who love technical stuff, it goes up to 10,700 revolutions per minute. That means in 1 minute, it spins 10,700 times. Mind-boggling, right? So we're gonna put this in. We just dump it in. And you can see it's weighing now, right? You can see it's weighing. And then, so that's the first function. It's weighing. And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna activate now the turbo function, simply by turning this off and swiping turbo. And for turbo function, as part of the safety feature, it automatically locks. And then I'm going to choose 2 seconds. This is going to be a bit noisy, people, so warning. Just give it a twist. Bising tao because it's rock and metal. Okay, here we go. Quite loud, right? Let's try it one more time. Wow, our steaming is done. I'm going to finish this in a while. But just to show you, in only 4 seconds, what happened to our rock sugar? That powerful German motor I was telling you about? Oh! Our rock sugar has turned into icing sugar. Amazing, right? Okay. And of course, when we have juice, of course we need water. I've got water in here, chilled water. If you don't want cold, no problem. You can use room temperature water. I also have a friend who likes it warm. And then, this part that I'm talking to you about, remember I told you anything that goes through the hole in the lid, you don't have to cut. So just to illustrate this, I'm going to put in this limau kasturi. Imagine you're making calamansi juice or limau kasturi. You don't have to cut it anymore. Just wash very well and dump it in. So for this one, I'm actually making a combination of lemon and orange. So I'm just gonna, I cut this into quarters to make sure it goes in, especially the orange kan, tak muat kan. So if you get a lemon, macam tadi, the one I showed you, if it's small, you don't even have to cut the lemon anymore. You just put it in. I know, I've done this hundreds of, maybe thousands of times. And I know some of you are thinking, biya betul, dengan kulit, dengan biji sekali. Yes, with the skin and the seeds and all. Don't worry, you guys. And then we just cover it. And then we're going to activate turbo again, the turbo function. We just tap this icon here. And then we choose 2 seconds. Do a saat, don't blink or you're going to miss this. we just tap on home to get our juice. Dua saat punya juice, 2-second juice. Here it is. And of course, we're gonna strain this using our simmering basket. Okay, I'm gonna grab, before I forget, I'm gonna take out our rice. So I'm gonna show you the safe way of taking out the lid. Okay, when you remove the lid, always turn the lid away from you so that the steam doesn't hit your face. Okay, and at the same time, when you do it like this, the vapor that has accumulated on the lid will fall right back into the varoma so that your counter remains clean. And then you flip it around and you put it like this, and then you lift up. Voila! So nice, right? And then this one's done. I'm going to take out my rice. I've got a bowl, I've got a spatula, the fish. S'il te plaît, merci. We have our fish. We're going to use our spatula to take our simmering basket. We just angle it down slightly. Don't worry about this part. When you get your Thermomix, I'm going to show you how it's done because it's part of our service to walk you through the process. We call it unboxing. It's not simply a matter of opening the box, but we will teach you how to use your Thermomix from A to Z. So now I've drained all the water and I'm just going to tip the rice just like this. You hold the lid with your thumb while holding the spatula with your fingers, and then you just turn it over, just like that. So easy. And our rice is here. And we don't have any kara, no crust at all. We're gonna get every single grain of rice, no wastage here, people. And our rice is beautiful and fluffy. No matter what kind of rice you use, you're gonna get this quality with a Thermomix. Beautiful, right? I told you so. And the best part, I'm going to show you the water shortly. I'm just going to scrape off this rice because we don't want to waste anything, right? It's quite sad seeing all these reports of some people actually not having enough to eat during this restricted movement period. So let's do our share in helping out. There are a lot of organizations who are mobilizing themselves. Please help out in whatever little way you can. As the Malays say, sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit. Little by little, they accumulate and becomes a hill. Okay, so we have our beautiful rice now. I'm gonna set it aside. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show you the water as I promised. There you go, starchy water from parboiled rice, people. All of that starch going to your body 3 times a day. Okay, but for this one, because my fish is not cooked yet, this is a quick tip. You can look at the eyes of your fish. It should pop out. That is a good indicator that it is already cooked. My fish eyes are nowhere near popping out, so I'm gonna add time because they're huge and I've got 2 of them right here. So I'm gonna add a bit more time here while I continue with the rest of my dishes. Because I still have water, so I'm going to continue. Especially with stock, so the temperature has dropped to 80 degrees. I can actually see the actual temperature now. While we continue. Oh yes, I'm going to need my basket now to strain our juice. I'm just going to give it a quick rinse. The same basket that we use for our rice, very quickly. It's such amazing design by the Germans that the same objects can be used for multiple purposes. So it's the same bowl. I've washed it. I'm wiping it. This is the same bowl that we cooked our rice in. And I'm going to use it to strain our juice. So it's just a simple matter of putting it in. I've got my carafe right here. I put my strainer in here, or the simmering basket. And then I'm just going to pour out the juice. like so. So easy, right? And in case it's not very clear on screen, the juice that I get is actually cloudy, it's not clear. When we squeeze our own juice, we only get the juice. But with a Thermomix, you get more than just the juice. You are getting the pulp, which is the fiber part of the fruit. Look at this. From 2 fruits, you get almost a liter of fresh juice. So what about the thing that I was talking about? I'm going to show you. I'm going to open it right now. Remember, our blades that pulverized the sugar earlier, it's so intelligent. It only takes the pulp, but it doesn't touch the skin. This is how you get the fiber from the fruit. Amazing, right? Okay, and then we can use this to clean our bowl later, or you can compost it if you wish. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm just going to give it a quick rinse, because after all, it's just juice. It's not really dirty. So very, very economical when it comes to water. If there is Judy, no, there is no slow cook automated function in TM5. Hi Kamla, how are you? All the way from Jakarta. Kamar, hello. Becky, Mas. Okay, so I've cleaned it now. Super easy, eh? And we have our wonderful juice over here to enjoy later. My kids punya favorite. They like to combine orange and lemon. I personally, me and my mom, we like lemon only without sugar first thing in the morning. Okay, so now you can imagine with such a powerful motor, what else can you do? So much more. You can make your own rempah, spices. You know, we made our own biryani rempah. We toast it, we grind it, we get the powder. And you can make your own chicken stock. Remember I showed you? I made this myself and I ground it using the Thermomix. Only 1 minute for the entire thing. This is just less, but it was more than this. It's amazing. And if you are, say, gluten intolerant, you can actually make your own flour. So if you have like a recipe for rice flour, no need to buy the entire bag and then have to worry the rest of the year. It will start to have those little black things, the kutu, okay? You just grind your own rice and you get rice flour. Very convenient. And fresh juice every day. Fresh juice means you've seen the fruit earlier and now it's juice. If you buy juice outside, the expensive ones, you will see the juice up here and you will see all those brown oxidized bits at the bottom. That's not fresh anymore. Or you buy the canned ones or the bottled ones or the ones in the Tetra Pak. You turn the packaging around, expiry date, 2 years, 3 years. How can that be fresh? And we are feeding that to our families, just to give you some food for thought. Okay? And let's move on. Just to show you, earlier I mentioned about Cookie Dough, the recipe platform that comes with the Thermomix. It comes with more than 57,000 recipes. Just last month it was 50,000 and became 55, now it's 57. They keep on putting up more and more new recipes every time, and the latest one is actually Asian heritage cupcakes. It's so good. And then recently we had Asian kneading that had all the pao sambal, roti canai, golden pillow bun with curry inside. And then we also had our paste collection, Asian flavor mixes. You can make your own tom yum paste, you can make your own Thai curry paste. It's so amazing. And it just keeps adding on. You buy one time and then it will keep on adding to the recipes. With every new Thermomix that you buy, when you get your Thermomix, it will come with 1 month free trial and 6 months of free subscription. And then afterwards, if you want to discontinue, no problem, you will still get your software updates because it's Wi-Fi enabled. But if you want to continue to have access to all of those recipes that grow every day in number, it only costs $30 something per year, which translates to something like 40 cents Malaysia per day. Such a very, very, very good value, because not only does it help you with your recipes, it also helps you with your meal planning, because you can choose a recipe and then you can plan what to cook for the rest of the week or for the rest of the month, and not just plan but to generate the ingredients list for your husband to go shopping. Especially this time, nak suruh husband, ketua keluarga beli barang kan. You can be very very specific. Okay abang, ini senarai dia. Copy and paste WhatsApp kat dia terus, ataupun email kat dia. So very specific. 350 grams of beef, 400 grams of chicken wings. Yes, very useful. And then you can split up the shopping list by recipe or for the entire week. So all of the recipes lumped together. Super convenient. For only 40 cents a day. Okay, so now, while this continues to steam, now I'm gonna transform our Thermomix into a bread maker. I don't have to take this down and get another machine. No, it's the same machine, the same blade, same everything. Super easy. For this one, I'm gonna use milk bread recipe, which comes with every Thermomix purchase. When you buy your Thermomix, you're gonna get your basic cookbook. It's gonna look something like this, but it's white in color, the cover. And in it, there are more than 160 recipes, including this wonderful bread recipe called milk bread. And it also comes with pictures on how you're going to shape the bread. Super simple. Milk, of course, as the name suggests, it uses milk. And then sugar to activate the yeast and also to add flavor. Yeast, of course. And then some butter for a very creamy taste. How is everyone today? Have you all planned your cooking for the day? And for this part, I'm just going to activate our yeast right now. Only set it. I'm going to set it for 2 minutes. You can also use for this one the recipe, but I just want to speed things up a bit. If you've never baked before, you just follow step by step. Or maybe I should do that so you can see. Recently cooked milk bread. There you go. Start cooking. So we add in the milk next. And then we add in the butter. It's gonna weigh the butter in here because we have our weighing scale, remember? And then we just tap on next. Then yeast, then we tap on next. We put in the yeast, tap on next. Sugar, next. It's almost like playing, okay? And then we cover it. And then it's gonna activate for us. And we just need to turn it to speed number 2. Okay, super easy. And then it says to prepare a bowl. I'm not gonna use a bowl, I'm gonna use our thermomat. It's right here. This process, if you've never made bread before, actually you can do this manually. You take the milk and then you warm it, and then after you warm it, you add your yeast and your sugar and your butter, and then you have to whisk it vigorously, and then you let it sit on your counter, I don't know, 5-10 minutes until it's bubbly. So if for somebody who's never baked before, this can be pretty tricky because how warm is warm? We don't know, right? But with the Thermomix, it's very, very precise. It sets the temperature at 37 degrees Celsius. It's perfect. Whatever the temperature is, it will always be the precise temperature. And no more guesswork, no more aga-aga. Super easy. And you can see I'm still wearing, I'm wearing black right now, and still my kitchen is very clean, right? Yes, and other than for somebody who's never baked before, it's always a lot of guesswork. I've tried making bread before. I mean, as I told you, I'm a baker, I make cakes, but bread has always been very elusive. It's like I use the bread maker, but then it takes so long, and I've never been satisfied with the quality of the kneading. It's nice when it's freshly baked, but then the following day it tends to harden, and it's just sad. And then so I bought um, a kitchen machine that could knead as well. You know, you have to replace the hook, you bring down the bowl and bring it back up, and it's a lot of work. And still, it needs a lot of guesswork because I still have to activate the yeast. I still have to use warm water. If it's not hot enough, it doesn't activate. If it's too hot, it kills the yeast. Either way, my bread won't be nice. But this one takes out all of the guesswork. And with the Thermomix, I've been baking my own bread, and I never have to worry about, you know, the shops running out of bread because I can always make my own bread. And I know exactly what I put in. You saw what I put in, right? No weird stuff. Later on, the only thing I'm gonna add is just flour and salt, and that's it. I've been to a commercial baking class where from one dough they make all sorts of like pizza dough and all sorts of buns. I was so shocked because the first thing they told us, we have to buy bread improver and bread softener. Things that I never put in my bread before. That's why I never baked because tak sampai hati. I couldn't do it to my children to feed them those chemicals that I don't even know where they came from or what the effect would be on our bodies. Just imagine, even it's so tiny, even if the food, whatever the FDA, whatever they say, even if they say it's safe for us, but just imagine if it's cumulative, if you eat just a teeny weeny bit every day, just imagine what the effect on your body is. We don't know. And it's done. All you need to do now is to tap on next. And then we just add our flour. So I have the flour here. I'm just going to dump it in. Super easy. And it asks for a bit of salt. Salt acts as a flavor enhancer, but it can also affect your yeast. So you should always follow the order that's given in the recipe. The salt is always the last to go in. Okay, super easy. Imagine you've never made bread before and this is your first time to make bread. Super easy. It's just following what's on screen and tapping next. And it just says here to cover it. So we just cover and tap on next. And now it activates the wheat function. I mean the wheat icon is the kneading function or the dough function. And there's no more guesswork involved. We just turn it on and it kneads the bread for us. Now, if you were to do this manually, ya Allah, uli lah sampai penat, sampai berpeluh. Ayang ni, tudung tak kacau pun. Baju hitam tak kena tepung pun, kan? Bersih lagi kan? Ha, senang sangat. Plus, tak payah fikir berapa lama nak uli. Apa benda, window pane, apa semua tu. Ikut je. 3 minit. Sure jadi. Kalau kita buat sendiri, kita tak tahu, alamak, rasa macam basah sangat. Okeylah, tambah tepung sikit. Alamak, kering sangat pula. Tambah air. So, we keep adding either water or flour with the same amount of yeast. And what ends up? Our bread tak jadi. It ends up into some other bread which we don't know. And it's heartbreaking because, you know, we put in so much effort and it doesn't come out the same way. Whereas with the Thermomix, your bread will always be perfect. Consistent results every time. And you always get all these compliments from your family. They'll be so happy. Even pizza, it's only 2 minutes kneading. I always tell my friends that when I'm tired or I don't feel like cooking, I just tell my kids, we are just gonna have pizza today. Kita makan pizza sahaja. You know why? Because kneading is only 2 minutes and I can do it while sitting down. I can get my kids to do the kneading of the pizza dough because it's just like this. It is tap, 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 next. And I have all the ingredients. I tell them, okay, help yourself to whatever ingredients are there. Go make your own. It's amazing. Anyone can bake. Many of our customers, this is the first thing that they make. They make bread. So our fish is done. Let's take a peek. Oh, good. I see that the eyes have popped out. Remember the trick that I taught you? Once the eyes have popped out, it means it is cooked already. So what I'm going to do, just like I did earlier, I'm going to put the lid over here so it will catch the drips. And then I'm going to get rid of the water that has accumulated in the steaming trays. We need to discard those and then we will replace with the sauce that we have prepared earlier. Remember, our chili and everything else, sweet, sour, spicy, it's all in here. So I'm gonna go off screen for a while to discard this water. You can see a bit of, yeah, brown bits there, not so nice. And we're gonna lift the whole thing up. Very, very good design by the Germans. And I'm just gonna tip it out slightly to get rid of the steaming water. Done as well. And do you like the alarm? It tells me when it's done. So even if you're multitasking, it tells you that, you know, it's done and you can go back to whatever you were doing earlier. Okay, so for those who are just joining us, what I'm doing now is Thai style steamed fish. I have finished steaming the fish. The eyes have popped out. That means they're cooked. And I've removed the steaming water. And now I'm just gonna pour all of these spices into the steaming trays, just like that. Super easy, super fast. Ayang ni memang, this is a winner. Everybody loves this recipe. I've been recommending this to everybody and they all love it. And this is another fantastic thing about the Thermomix, because everything is already pre-measured for you. You don't have to worry anymore about tasting it. Imagine, bulan puasa, tak payah rasa. Masak aja, tinggalkan, baca Quran, solat, rehat. Lepas tu, tak payah rasa, because dah tentu masakan dia cukup rasa. And then, you know, this is why you should get your Thermomix early, so that you can practice now and you can tweak the recipe according to your own family taste, so that by the time Ramadan is here, dah tahu dah resipi apa nak masak, dah tahu dah yang ni tambah cili sikit sebab kita suka, kita orang ni suka pedas. Macam tu je lah. And then our bread pula siap dah. Ni a lot of this bread, beautiful. A lot of new users are actually afraid to touch the blade, but I'm just gonna show you. Remember our Thermomix, our blender, the base can open up. So we just remove the base and the blade goes out. And look at this, what a clean bowl. If you're using a bread maker or a mixer with this, ooh, I know what it's like. The dirt that accumulates, I mean not dirt, but you know, the mess that is left behind, it's heartbreaking. So we just take out the dough from the blades, just like this. No need to be afraid. And then we're gonna attach it back so that we can do our pre-clean function. It only goes in one way. So if it doesn't go in, that means it's not being done properly. Again, no need to worry about this, because when you get your Thermomix, I'm going to walk you through. We're going to have a video call. I'm going to show you what exactly needs to be done. So now we're going to do pre-clean while we form our dough. And again, for pre-clean, we only need to use water and activate the pre-clean function. Super fast. The recipe that I have, I'm just going to cancel it. Yes. And then I'm going to go to pre-clean and to turn it on. It's automatically set while our fish is steaming away and our rice is already done. And then this one is just a small matter of forming it into a ball. Okay, quick tip. This is going to make a ginormous loaf of bread. So what I normally do, I would actually split this into two, because it's easier to handle, that's all, and it bakes faster when it's smaller. Okay, thank you so much. Our steamed fish is done, people. Okay, so yang ni tak apa biarkan dia kat sini. It's no problem, because dia akan auto shut off the heat and also auto shut off dia punya power after some time. Okay, so this one, quick tip. The recipe will say form it into a ball, but because I intend to cut this into two, I'm gonna make it into like a semi-log so that it's easier for me to divide later. So it looks something like this, and then I'm just gonna wrap it up with a Thermomix to make the proofing faster. So nasi lemak style is like you put it like this, you fold this way, you fold this way, you fold it loosely. This one's done, and then you fold it downwards on the sides, just like this. And the benefit of using this Thermomix, it's actually gonna shorten the proofing time. Proofing time is just a fancy word for rising time. We allow this to rise until it doubles in size before we actually shape it, and then we have to proof it a second time before we bake it. That is how you get nice fluffy bread, and it's all in the recipe, and it's all gonna be shown to you step by step by step. And in your cookbook, the basic cookbook copy that you're gonna get with your Thermomix, it's even gonna show you how to braid the bread. This part I have to show you pictures later on because this will take quite long, about another hour and a half or so. Okay, so this is just to show you the kneading function, how convenient it is. Okay, and it gives you an idea that, you know, with the kneading function, there's so many other things that you can do. For example, fresh pasta, which you've seen me do the other day. We made fresh pasta. And then nuggets. I made nuggets the first day, right? You can also make fish ball. And what I'm going to show here is the pre-clean function. There we go, super easy. Okay, and in just a matter of short minutes, we have already shown so many functions of the Thermomix. We have done weighing, we have done pulverizing, we have seen guided cooking, we made juicing, we had straining, and then kneading, we made bread. And now, we also steamed our fish. We cooked our rice. Amazing, right? One machine. And I'm not done yet. What's next? Now we're gonna transform it into an ice cream maker. What did I tell you? Panas sejuk, no problem. And for this one, this is super easy. It's only gonna take seconds. And for ladies who are watching their weight, you're gonna love this because I'm only gonna use 2 ingredients here. It's completely guilt-free, frozen bananas, and cocoa powder. It's gonna turn into chocolate gelato, guilt-free. Hang on, I'm gonna grab the bananas from the freezer. I've got my bananas in here. I've got my ice cream cup because this is a recipe for 1. So I actually came up with this recipe after I went for Pilates class one night, because you know, we're working and evenings are usually the only time that mothers can go for classes and stuff. And so I thought to myself, I feel like eating ice cream. You know how women, we get all of these cravings. And I thought, but I just did my exercise. It's like, sayang pula. Then I remembered, oh, I've got frozen bananas in the freezer. So I came up with this recipe. So you will need for this one about 150 grams of bananas. Depends on how big your banana is. It might change a bit. And very quickly, you just want to break it up. It's been frozen in my freezer for weeks. I don't remember. I just want to break it up into smaller chunks. So I'm just going to activate the turbo function just for 1 second. And again, because turbo function, it's safety, it's locking. And I'm just going to, okay, very quickly. And then I'm gonna add our cocoa powder. This is unsweetened. I would recommend that you invest in a good quality cocoa powder like Valrhona or Calibaut. Calibaut, as the Flemish say it, or if you want to do it the French way, you say Calbou. It's not Calebau or Calebo. it's kalbo or kalibaut. Okay, and then it's just a matter of, I would estimate 15 seconds. Seconds, bukan minute, And we don't need temperature for this because it's ice cream. Speed 6. In fact, I think it's done. Because I've been using my Thermomix so often that I know the sound when it's done. Oh my goodness. We have chocolate gelato in the house. Isn't this amazing? Guilt-free chocolate gelato for one person. I remember making this that night and my daughter was like, "Mama, why did you only make one? I also want some." So, here we go. It's our chocolate gelato. I'm gonna move it so that you can see it. Less than 15 seconds, only about 10 seconds. And it's dairy-free, sugar-free, guilt-free. You can have all of the chocolate gelato you want with only bananas and cocoa powder. And to make it a bit more decadent, where are my chocolate chips? I know I've got chocolate chips in here somewhere. Kasih dia cantik lagi. Look at that. Sedap gila. Okay lah, ada orang nak ambil tu. Okay, nah. And again, we do our pre-clean function. Super easy, right? So now, in such a short period of time, we have made so much. My goodness, if this were a normal ice cream maker, it would have taken you 24 hours to 24 hours to clean, to freeze your bowl before you can make your ice cream. And then you wait another 24 hours before you can make the next ice cream. Okay, I have a question from Judy here. She asked, if ordered in Australia, will you have the Asian recipe like what you said earlier? Yes, there is a recipe on Cookie Dough called, I think it's steamed sea bass, Thai-style steamed sea bass. I don't remember the actual name now, but I'm going to put it in the comments later after my live session, okay? And I'm going to tag you so that you won't forget. So you will still get the basic cookbook, and you will still get Cookie Dough access and the same recipes that we're getting everywhere. Okay, so now I'm gonna just give it a quick rinse because we're gonna transform our Thermomix once again. And this time, just a quick one before I do my transformation. Just a quick note, the benefit of making our own ice cream. What did I do now? I use all natural ingredients. You are guaranteed to give your family the best. If you buy ice cream from outside, it's full of flavoring, it's full of coloring. They lick the ice cream and their tongue changes into whatever color of ice cream they're eating. And the one thing that we don't see is the anti-freezing agent, which is what makes the ice cream so smooth when you scoop it out as compared to homemade ice cream. The moment you freeze it, the ice crystals come together. So what the anti-freezing agent does is it prevents those ice crystals from forming together. That's why you get the super smooth commercial ice cream. So many chemicals in our children's bodies. That's why we get so many problems now. Obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and we don't know where they can come from, right? So yes, this is worth investing in. You are investing in your children's health and their future. So now we're gonna transform our Thermomix once again. We made juice, we steamed fish, we cooked rice, we made ice cream, we made bread. And the same machine will now be a wok. What did I say earlier? Cold to hot. no problems. No need to wait until the next dish. Just give it a quick rinse and wipe it down. And we're going to proceed with our veggies. For this one, I'm going to use unpeeled garlic. A lot of people love this part. Yes, people, unpeeled garlic. Imagine you're all dressed up, ready to go to work, and you need to cook for your vegetarian husband. And you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want to handle the garlic. No problem, just dump it in. And we let the Thermomix do the peeling. We do 5 seconds, reverse. Remember, we can do a reverse function, and then speed 5. Okay, so now let's take a look at what happened to our garlic. Look at that, it peeled our garlic. Amazing, right? So now it's just a simple matter of using your tongs or your chopsticks to take out the garlic skin so that your hands remain free from the odor of the garlic. We love the taste of garlic, but we don't like the smell that it leaves in our hands. Okay? And then maybe some people ask, but then the garlic is too coarsely chopped. My children will not eat it. No problem. I'm going to show you how to chop 2 cloves of garlic in only 2 seconds. So first what you're going to do is to scrape it down. Scrape down means that you're going to get this instruction in a lot of recipes. You just do it like this. You literally scrape down the ingredients so that it will fall down. That's it. Okay? And then, if you don't attempt this with your blender because it's not going to work, it's either the garlic will stay at the bottom or it will just fly around. But with the Thermomix, watch what happens. 2 seconds, speed 6. Tak sempat pun nak undur ke belakang. Siap dah. Okay, let's take a look. 2 seconds. Wonderful, isn't it? 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, so now we're going to saute it. We're going to add something very special to it. We're going to use a very sensitive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I've always been using this brand. It's called Ariha. This is from Palestine. It's confirmed from Palestinian farmers, and it's part of our efforts to support them to have a livelihood. If you need, I'm going to share the contact information later. This is very, very good, high quality olive oil. And you might be wondering, why are you cooking with such a sensitive oil? Because the doctors always say, olive oil is good for your heart, but don't cook with it on the stove. You know why? Because when we cook on the stove, we don't know how hot it gets. But with the Thermomix, we have this function called low temperature cooking. We cook at precisely 120 degrees, which is considered low temperature, and it doesn't tamper with the health benefits of the olive oil. So, of course, we need to scrape down so that it gets sauteed and it doesn't just stay at the sides. Okay? Resist the urge to tap it against your mixing bowl because you're gonna affect your weighing scale. And then I'm just gonna saute this for 3 minutes. And saute is always 120°, speed 1. And this is the part where you can sit down, have a drink, or prep your next ingredients, which is broccoli and carrot. I actually reserved 1 floret here so that you can see the difference before and after cooking. We all like before after, okay? So I'm literally gonna sit down and have a sip of water, and I'll answer some of your questions. Hi Judy, it's stainless steel. It's high quality stainless steel, which would be similar quality to high quality surgical instruments. Yes Judy, it's a wonderful, wonderful investment. And your family will love it every day for many, many years to come. Hi Joyce, thanks for joining me again. It was so nice of you. You come here every day. Kak Noni, hi Shaz, lama tak jumpa. Datin Jam, hi. Chokiyo, I hope I'm um, pronouncing your name right. Mabel, hi Mabel, where are you joining us from? Ruzi, Sharifa Alia, Datin Lin, welcome back. Hi Rasina. Ray Jang, all the way in the US. What time is it there now? It's 7 something here p.m. Must be early morning for you. Thanks for joining me today. So what we're doing now is we are exploring all the wonderful things that a Thermomix can do. And this is probably the only thing in the world that can cook while I sit here and I don't have to lift a finger. I'm enjoying my drink. You can imagine whatever your favorite drink is and you can sit and enjoy it as it is. And this is my dry kitchen. I don't have a hood here. It's white. I've been cooking with the Thermomix for the past 2 years and it's still white. No oil. Unlike with traditional cooking, after you cook, you have to wipe down your counter, you have to wipe the walls, you have to mop the floor. This one, I'm actually sauteing garlic, which can easily burn if it's done the traditional way. And I'm sitting here, sitting pretty lah. The term is sitting pretty kan. Siap minum air. Hi, hi Tiff, welcome, baru join. Plus it's very safe because no oil splashing. And very shortly, I'm going to show you that we're going to put in both of the vegetables together. Normally this part, people actually have to figure out which one is harder. The harder vegetable goes in first. This one no problem, we put in both first. And I've heard from some Chinese friends, traditionally what they do to cook this, they actually blanch it first. They use hot water, and then after hot water they put it into cold water and then they drain it and then they stir fry it very quickly so that the color is retained. So with the Thermomix, it's done sauteing. I'm going to show you now what happened to our garlic. Thank you. Oh, wonderful aroma. If only I can send you that wonderful garlic aroma, and our garlic is just perfectly sauteed. It's not burned at all. And remember, we're using a sensitive oil here. And I'm just going to dump the rest of the ingredients here. Yes, that's Thermomix cooking for you. You dump in the ingredients and you walk away. So I put in both the carrot and the broccoli. And I'm just going to use a little bit of salt here, Himalayan rock salt. So this is very, very simple recipe, but it's so tasty. I've actually shared this with a lady that I befriended on the internet, Sarah. Hi Sarah, I hope you're watching. She's vegetarian, and I shared this recipe with her. She's in Ireland, Cork, Ireland, and she tried it and she said it was amazing. She had it for lunch the other day. Super simple, just garlic and salt. So for this, we're going to cook this for 4 minutes on Varoma temperature. Very important, we reverse the blade because we want broccoli, we don't want broccoli rice, and then spoon speed. So it's amazing. You can set the speed now. It's like you're stirring it with a wooden spoon gently like that. It's 40 revolutions per minute as compared to when we were making lemonade, which was 10,700 revolutions. And it's the same speed whether it's going forward or backward thanks to the German technology. And we're almost done. Oh my goodness. We have done so much today. We've cooked rice. We've steamed 2 fish. I'm going to show you the fish right now. Here's our fish. Two of them, that's one. Here we go. Nampak? Nampak lah kan? Okay, nampak. Cukup dah. Berat. So, beko, besar. Okay, there's our fish. We made lemon juice. We made a fresh citrus juice, a mixture of lemon and orange. We made bread, and it's proofing right now. It's almost ready. It's puffing up with only 3 minutes kneading. It's very soft and it's proofing very nicely. We made ice cream using only bananas and cocoa powder. And then we also made, now we are cooking our stir-fried vegetables. And my counter is still clean. And just to let you know, sorry, I accidentally, wait, hang on. I accidentally turned it off. Sorry about that. So, just to let you know, the other day I showed you another feature of the Thermomix, which is the high temperature function. we've done lollipops, we've done sauteed mushrooms. So we have low temperature cooking, and it also has the flexibility of doing high temperature cooking. Very, very versatile. It's because of this excellent, precise temperature control that you can do so many things. You can do sensitive sauces like Hollandaise sauce or bechamel sauce. You can do gelatin. You can do jams. You can do kaya. This is coconut jam. Yes, it's a Malaysian thing. You can brew green tea at 80 degrees Celsius so that you get the best benefits of the matcha. And whatever you do, it's always the perfect, consistency. This is the wonderful thing about the Thermomix, because the ingredients are so precise, the settings are so exact, you get the same exact results every time. And what we did earlier, cooking in layers, not only does it preserve the nutrients of the food, it softens the fiber of the food, making it easier to digest. It also saves a lot of time. This is such a boon for everybody, because everybody is just short of time these days. And say you need the temperature, you need it for your baby, you need to heat up baby food, or you want to heat up water or formula, no problem, you can set the exact temperature that you need. You want to brew coffee, you can set it at 90°. You want matcha, you can set it at 80°. So perfect. And not only is the Thermomix capable of everything that I've shown you, your Thermomix is also a slow cooker. It's wonderful, right? You can set it for between 37 to 98°C for up to 8 hours. So you can actually set it in the morning. When you come back, you come home to a nice hot roast or braised duck or porridge, whatever you like. Or maybe you can do it at night. So in the morning, na puasa to, na sahur, da siap da. And your Thermomix is also a fermentation machine that allows you to make your own yogurt and your own cheese. I've done this before. They're both wonderful. Using yogurt, you only use milk and a small packet of natural yogurt. And then cheese, I've made paneer, and then I've also made ricotta cheese. Absolutely amazing. And this is the best one of all. The Thermomix is also a sous vide machine. You can sous vide eggs, you can make steak, you can do salmon. Sous vide is actually a cooking method used by chefs to make the meat very tender and juicy without overcooking it. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to take out our vegetables now just to show you. This is our before, and this is our after. The beauty of low temperature cooking. Okay, I'm going to hold up the before. This is before, and this is after. Amazing, right? And you get this result each and every time. The low temperature cooking retains the flavor and the nutrients of the vegetables. So it's actually greener and more vibrant than before cooking. It's just amazing. It never fails to amaze me every time I cook vegetables. And you can use the same method to cook whatever vegetables you have on hand. I know during this Corona time, sometimes we have these leftover stuff in our fridge, and we just have a quick stir fry of whatever veggies that you have, and you will get the perfect texture every time. Isn't it wonderful? And it tastes so good even though it's only salt and garlic. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap it up now. Sous vide method is so you cook the meat for us between a very low temperature of 40 to 85 degrees, and then once it's cooked, it cooks in its own juice. You just sear it for seconds and you get perfect steak for a fraction of the price, and you can do it at home anytime. So now that we can't go out, you can have date night anytime that you like. Okay, so I hope that in the short time that I did, in an hour and a half, with so many dishes. How many did we make? We made rice, we made fish, we had veggie, we had juice, we had ice cream, we have bread, 6 or 7 dishes. I hope I've shown to you how quick, how easy it is, how convenient it is. With just one single machine, it's so versatile, it can do so many things, and my counter is still clean. I'm not even wearing an apron, and you still see my scarf is still red, my shirt is still black, even though I was working with bread and so many things here earlier. Only one machine to do all of those things. Plus you get the peace of mind that this is German, high quality German quality. It can shut down by itself, it cuts off the temperature by itself. Very, very safe to use, and healthy cooking. You can see all these fresh natural ingredients every time. So just to recap, for those who just joined us, we have a special promotion right now. Our normal price is 7,188 ringgit, but for a very, very simple thing that we need you to do for us, you can get an instant rebate of 200 ringgit simply by posting on social media why you hashtag love Thermomix. That's all. I hashtag love Thermomix because, and then you can use pictures from today or screenshots from today, or maybe you can use any of the pictures that I post online about Thermomix cooking, and instantly you get a 200 ringgit rebate. And if you make full payment, you're also gonna get this bag. This bag, it's designed to protect the weighing scales of your Thermomix. Remember, it's got an integrated weighing scale, and it's worth 380 ringgit. And you get that if you pay in full. Plus, if you pay in full in cash, meaning through bank transfer directly to the company's account, you're also gonna get an extra gift of a cookbook called Wholesome Vegan Cookbook, and it's worth 160 ringgit. But whatever the case, if you need financing, no problem, we've got you covered. You can go for as low as 9 ringgit per day. If you take 24 months, that's 291 per month, which boils down to about 9 ringgit per day. Or you can go for 6, 12, 18, 24 months. If you need more information, you can PM me, or you can WhatsApp me 011 1144 1145 011 1144 1145. And finally, just to show you what can you get from that price, you will get everything that I've shown you. You will get the varoma, the simmering basket, all of those accessories. You will get the cookbook, the basic cookbook. You will get free delivery to your house, and of course, the most important of all, the service that comes with it. Because if you buy from me, I'll be your advisor. I will be providing you with the after-sale service. So I will show you how to use your Thermomix for the first time, and along the way I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna give you tips. Okay, Mimi, ada tak recipe untuk bubur pulut hitam? Ada, then I give to you. Or maybe ikan kukus, ada, and then I'm gonna give you tips. Okay, nak pastikan dia dah masak belum? Boleh buat ni, boleh buat tu. Benda-benda macam tu. That makes such a huge difference who you buy from. So make sure you get from somebody who's trustworthy, somebody who's well-trained, and somebody who knows the product very well inside out, so that you can get the most of your Thermomix experience. Okay, so we have completed our show now. I'm sure you are listening right now, I'm sure that so many of you have loved ones who can benefit from a Thermomix. Maybe they're chefs, maybe they have health problems, maybe they have hypertension or diabetes, which they have to control using their diet. Or maybe, you know, somebody who is a health enthusiast and also have to watch the diet as well. All Thermomix recipes, they come with nutritional information. Or maybe, you know, families with children, this is so useful for them. And also for those who don't know how to cook, who don't have time to cook, this is the perfect machine for them. And if you wish to make Thermomix into a career, please contact me. I am keen on growing my team. So a big thank you to all of you. Thank you once again for joining me. And I hope you had fun today. And thank you so much. Please join me again tomorrow at 6 p.m. for more quick and easy cooking tips. I welcome any suggestions for our menu tomorrow. Take care everyone. Assalamualaikum and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.